She had it all: money, fame, beauty, and power. Aïn Cipriano Frigo, a 46-year-old businesswoman from Sao Paulo, Brazil, wasn't just wealthy, she was untouchable. The owner of a multi-million-dollar cardboard empire, several real estate ventures, and co-founder of the Museum of Imagination, an interactive space for children inspired by museums in the US. And you. Her life was a parade of designer clothes, luxury cars, private dinners, and glittering parties. Everyone in Sao Paulo's elite circles knew her name. But beneath the diamonds and champagne, something much darker was brewing, something that would soon turn her world upside down. It started, as many tragedies do, with love. Ayn met Victor Lucio Jacinto, a charming 42-year-old man she believed was a federal police agent. Confident, mysterious, and bold, Victor was everything she wanted. But it was all a lie. He wasn't a federal agent. He was a security guard. When Ayn found out, she didn't end it, she tried to fix him. She gave him a job managing her real estate properties, bought him a Porsche worth $250,000, and even paid $6,000 a month for his luxury apartment. To outsiders, it looked like devotion. But behind closed doors, the relationship was rotting. Jealousy, possession, betrayal. Until one discovery, one message shattered everything. Ayn found out Victor was cheating. To a woman like her, humiliation was the ultimate wound. Her pride was her crown, and he had shattered it. But instead of breaking down, she began to plan. According to investigators, Ayn reached out to a man she trusted, Carlos Alex Ribeiro de Souza, a 28-year-old real estate agent who worked for her. She made him an offer, $40,000, to make Victor disappear. And on June 17, 2021, Carlos carried out that plan. He lured Victor into his car under the pretense of visiting a new property. As they drove down the White Castle Highway, Carlos reached for a gun hidden behind his seat and fired one single shot straight through Victor's heart. But the story didn't end there. It was only beginning. Carlos drove 30 kilometers. Victor's lifeless body slumped beside him. He stopped in a remote forest near a dam in Sao Paulo's South Zone. There, he poured flammable liquid over the body and set it on fire. But the flames died too quickly. The burn marks on Victor's head and legs were enough to disfigure him. 2 days later, the charred body was discovered, identified only through fingerprints. And yet text messages from Victor's phone continued to appear. Happy birthday. One message read, sent to Ayn herself. She was pretending he was still alive, sending herself messages using his phone. But the illusion couldn't last forever. Cameras, witnesses, and phone data began to unravel her lies piece by piece. When police arrested Ayn and Carlos on June 29, 2021, the mask came off. In custody, Ayn denied everything. She claimed she was framed, that Carlos and Victor had conspired against her. But investigators said otherwise. They found evidence she'd bought a plane ticket to Europe, an escape plan. She even entered Victor's house 5 days after his death, against police orders, and stayed for 3 hours, likely to erase evidence. Detectives said her behavior didn't match that of a grieving lover. Days after the murder, she was seen celebrating her 46th birthday at a luxury restaurant, smiling, drinking, posing for photos. Her coldness stunned investigators. Even Carlos confessed that she ordered the killing. As the case exploded in Brazilian media, Ayn's glamorous image crumbled. Her friends couldn't believe it. To them, she was elegant, kind, a devoted mother who once lost custody of her children and posted heartbreakingly, "This is my world, but it was taken from me by force." Now, that same woman was accused of orchestrating a brutal murder. Awaiting trial, Ayn's life of luxury was reduced to a 20 square meter cell. But before justice could reach its conclusion, fate intervened. In October 2021, She was released temporarily to treat a brain tumor. Surgery followed, but complications set in. On June 5th, 2022, Aïn Cipriano Frigo, once one of Brazil's richest women, died. Some said it was justice, others called it escape. As for Carlos, the man who pulled the trigger, he remains in prison, awaiting trial, facing up to 30 years behind bars. And so ended the tragic, twisted story of a woman who had everything and lost it all, not to greed, but to the darkness within her own heart.